It always turns out good, though.
Yeah, it does. It seems to turn out good. I mean, I have no idea what we're going to talk about. I
Hi
don't have
everyone.
a plan.
What's up, there?
Theron's got his camera on.
My
Yeah,
brother
try to turn
from
it off.
another mother.
You do that every time. He does that every time.
What?
I like it when he's sitting there wearing all the dark shit in the ground. You know, he's got the camera. Dude, he looks too heavy. I mean, it does not go with his avatar. It's like, okay, we got the happy clown, and then we got the pissed off clown. Happy clown, pissed off clown. Happy clown, pissed off clown. Which one are you going to be, dude? I myself, I like the goth guy hanging out, popping out of caskets when people walk up to your window. I don't know. For some reason, that sounds cool to me, but the happy clown dude, you got a cat sitting on your lap. You're hitting the bong. And you happy face on and shit that does not go with your avatar. It does not work with your image, dude.
Who, me, or
Yeah, that's because in the universe there's balance.
I'm sorry to hammer on you like that so bad, Thurman, but darn it, you left yourself wide open for that one.
I'm too high to care right
open.
now. I'm too high to care right now.
Oh, man.
Oh, you got the knee bong. You got the big blue one. I mean, you got the one where you got to have somebody on the other end of the room with a freaking blowtorch to fire that thing up while you sit there with the Kickstarter and try to fire that bitch up.
I've got like 3 bongs in front of me at the moment.
Still your children and not play with fire.
Just tell me one of them. Please tell me one of them isn't sure.
Yeah, I'll do the same.
In case anybody's wondering, I'm doing a live stream today just for the hell of it. I feel like doing a live show. I have no plan. I have no topic. I have absolutely nothing except for Aaron's bong. For a show today, I have absolutely nothing.
Just get a blowtorch to the weed and make it smoked good. Just make sure you don't burn your finger while doing it.
Oh, I did that. I did that yesterday.
Your finger will turn black, man. You'll have a black magic finger.
No, I've got this big blister on that.
Your finger will turn into a magic wand. Black magic.
I've got this blister on the back of my middle finger, so now it's like now I got a new toy for girls.
No, you can't flip off an asshole. How great!
Oh, I can flip off an asshole. In fact, I can tickle it really nice now. Oh, did I just say that?
Yes.
Gee, Manelli. I mean, we're just starting this live stream out. Cowboys nowhere to be seen, and I've already said enough to get 3 flags.
Yeah, I hope Cowboys' internet works a lot better soon. I feel bad for him that his internet's not doing too good. No,
actually, you know what? It's probably a good thing for him because I'm trying to get more flags than the UN today.
Could tell you how to do that, but I don't think you'd want to.
Are we actually live right now?
Yeah, we're actually live right now. You know, Theron, how do I get more flags than the UN?
Okay, basically start by covering all the fake news stories.
Oh.
If you make any videos about that hog shit, you know the one I mean, you'll get like flags on your channel stopped from like being able to stream and put videos upon it.
So you mean all I got to do is talk about killing the Killy and be all right?
Yeah, just point out the truth.
What about May? I mean, what the fuck's up with her? I mean, is she still in office or is she out of office? I mean, is Brexit going to happen? Is it not going to happen? I mean, what the fuck?
It's getting to a point. It's like either two things are going to happen. Either the government's going to do it or the country is going to go to shit. And I mean, literally, like worse than it is now.
Like that was actually possible?
Well, they've done something what I find weird but obvious. It's like the minute they put back, like that Brexit delay shit they've been talking about, they've also got 10,000 plus European troops in the country, and they're supposed to be doing a training exercise. Yeah, that training exercise
law is getting worse there too. Islamic laws passing there now too. It's crazy. There's going to be a lot of beheading there coming up.
Yeah.
And no more Christian churches. There's going to be a lot of mosque taken over.
Yeah, they've been burning down the churches everywhere over Europe at the moment.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw that. What the fuck?
We got to pray for the Christians there now because it's possible for their heads to be cut off there now.
I've tried explaining this to Christians and that ages ago. It's like back when the Rotherham scandal came out. I was actually living in Rotherham at the time. And it's like outside of Sheffield, it's one of the worst towns so far in the country.
Yep.
The last time I went to England, Sheffield was a freaking piece of shit then.
Sheffield's a shithole, but this place makes Sheffield look like Buckingham Palace.
Oh, fuck.
It's like Rotherham, it was the first town in the UK to have an honour killing.
Sheffield was a battle zone in '98.
Yeah.
And then I went to Sheffield to Dublin, and Dublin was a walk in the fucking park. I went bar hopping in Dublin, trying to get into bar fights in Dublin, and I couldn't do it. I had to go back to, I was going, man, I got to go to Sheffield to get in a bar fight? What the fuck? This ain't right. There's something bloody wrong with this picture.
That's crazy.
It's pretty bad when a freaking Scotsman can't walk into a bar in Dublin and get his ass kicked.
That can turn fucked up, man.
My family, my entire family's got it. No, nobody will fucking touch me.
You're turning robot.
And nobody's gonna
the robot voice.
And nobody's gonna.
Oh, there we go. You're back. You were robot-y first.
Like, we've all been doing that. Going through bullshit. And all their crap, so everybody's gonna go robot from now and then. I don't know why, but it does.
If you're gonna go robot, just hold on a sec. I'm gonna see if I can, by getting higher, understand you easier.
The only way you're going to understand a Scotsman is to get higher and drunker.
Poke that ball.
Damn, he's got better lungs than I do. Son of a bitch.
Oh, weed is actually healthy, man. It's an herb.
Yeah, if it grows in the ground, it's meant for you.
It's actually good for you because we get told lies in a lot of these places like America and stuff like that it's a drug, but really it's not. And that marijuana damages your brain cells. No, it doesn't.
It doesn't damage anything.
It doesn't. It actually cures cancer, dude. People actually got healed from marijuana and cancer.
Well, here's the whole thing, though, is I've got a freaking defect in my brain because I've been hitting the head too many times. So marijuana actually makes me schizophrenic.
Huh.
I could actually do one hit, a half a hit, I guess, CBD, and then after that, it's like forget it, never mind. I'm done for the week.
Well, marijuana can open up your third eye too, your pineal gland. It can make you astral travel.
I've heard that.
It's true. It's very true. I've done it. It's no fun.
Well, it either opens it up or it makes you think it was opened up. Either way, you're hallucinating your balls off if you want to do that.
Yep.
Cowboy has still yet to show up.
That internet.
I've got nobody in the chat. Nobody's watching our show tonight.
Wow. That's funny.
This is nuts. Nobody's watching the show.
I'll tell Lynn that we're live right now.
I was actually going to do a show yesterday for Brian McFarlane.
Really?
Yeah, Teresa Lynch was yelling and screaming. Sandy Diva explained to me what was going on. And I'm going, all right, I'll do the show. And Brian can mirror it if I do it good enough. He can mirror the show on his channel. Then I'll do the show. That way we get the information out there. Well, yesterday morning, lo and behold, there's Brian McFarlane. All right. I had spent 2.5 hours trying to get Teresa Lynch on a stream. I finally gave up. I said, fuck it. I'm done. I'm done trying this.
Yeah.
Teresa, I know you've got high speed internet. I know you can go find yourself a damn Waffle House. Fuck it. Come on. I know you can get on this show. Well, and I'm, this morning, there's Brian McFarlane. He's doing the show that Teresa Lynch swore up and down he couldn't do. I mean, he just had he's got a brand new baby, which congratulations, Brian.
Happy for you, brother.
That is fucking awesome. He just moved. He's got a lot going on in his life, so he really did not need to do that show this morning. He really did sit there and take the time to change diapers and unpack the kitchen. But he did one this morning. And I'm going, I was going to do that for Brian. I was going to do a show for Brian. Stone cold sober, drinking coffee. And do it in the same form he does. The same style he does instead of my goofy, crazy, sorry ass.
True that.
And then it's like, all right, fine. And no, I can't get a hold of any of them. like, I was actually going to do a legitimate show for Brian. I was going to fill in. I was going to sub. I was going to do it. We could have done this. He could have mirrored it if we did it in a manner and form that was acceptable to his standards. But nope, I got ignored last night.
Yeah.
So I let somebody else drink all my beer. Well, I sat there and waited for Teresa to come on my live stream to do Brad McFarlane's show while he was changing his baby's diapers for nothing. I could have got drunk last night. I could have sat there and drank my beer last night. I could have sat there and got drunk. Because Brian McFarlane's got this. Brian has this. Everybody's worried about Brian not being able to do this. No, Brian's got this shit. Okay? He could change diapers at the same time he looks up residue. Brian's got this shit. No, I'm sitting here sober, thumb up my ass, going, where the fuck are you, Teresa? Why aren't you freaking joining the live show you wanted me to fucking start to help Brian out? I guess what happens
shit,
in
man.
Vegas stays in Vegas because her ass stayed in fucking Vegas. She didn't even hit the fucking live stream. She didn't hit fucking where to go. She didn't even bother to come in and hang out and say, I can't do it tonight. She didn't tell me her phone was having problems. No, I find out the next day from Sandy that Teresa had internet problems, and I'm going, you mean to tell me that I stayed sober and I was going to do a show for Brian that he didn't need me to do because she didn't have internet?
Hey.
I did all this for nothing because she didn't have her phone turned on? Dude. Brian, I will fill in for you. I will do a live show for you. However, have Sandy take control of that live stream, not Teresa. Her internet is less reliable than mine. Okay, my internet is comparable to a Commodore 64 on a 9600 baud modem. Her internet is comparable to an Atari 2600 and has never been plugged into the fucking wall.
Was it fun?
Yeah, pardon.
I was gonna do that whole thing for Brian. Teresa had me convinced. Brian needed me. He had to have me do this. Okay. 1, I'm a bad choice. 2, okay, I'll do this. But don't brush me off and then stab me in the back and just go live the next morning and go, hey, we didn't need you after all. Well, you could have told me last night. I could have got drunk.
And then you get drunk, and then you all of a sudden go live, and you don't know, and you're drunk as piss.
Oh, you know, I've only done 5 live streams sober. And for some reason, all 5 live streams I've done sober, Armor Up's been on every single one of them, and I don't know why.
Silver never drunk.
I mean, for some reason, if I don't have a beer in front of me, and I'm not drinking that night,
shit hits the fan.
Armored Up shows up on my live stream. I don't know what it is. I mean, he's like the best breathalyzer for my live stream anybody can come up with. You know, if I'm drinking, he's nowhere to be found. I can send him an invite. He'll not show up. He just won't show up. But if I'm stone cold sober, don't even bother to show him an invite. Armored Up's there. Armored Up or his alternate ego, God's Armor, I'll be darned if he's not there. Every time I'm sober, he's there. Now, how the hell he does that, I'll never know, but he does it.
Through the
I have
Holy Spirit.
no idea. There is still nobody watching this show. I shit you not. There is nobody watching this show. There is nobody watching my rant. I got 2 thumbs up, but nobody's watching. Now, how the fuck does that happen? I got 2 thumbs up. I got 2 thumbs up and nobody's watching.
That's hilarious.
Cowboys still AWOL. You know what? That's okay. I'm trying to get flagged. I'm going to get flagged. Before this show's over with, I'm going to get flagged.
I'm still trying to calm down from before. Scariest thing happened ever.
Beat you to death, baby. No.
I'm trying to put the headphones on. That means oh no.
Yeah, just got back from picking up some smoke, and I'm sitting there rolling the first spliff, out of the bag. And I've looked out my window and there's 6 cop cars have pulled up on my street right outside my house. I'm thinking, shit, they've come for me and everything. Luckily, they're going for one of my neighbours.
Yeah.
But I nearly had a heart attack at the time.
I think there's people watching the internet. It's
Yeah.
just not showing you. Because there's 2 thumbs up, that means there's someone watching.
Yeah.
I told Lynn that you're live.
Shit.
Heck, I'll check the live stream right now and see if on my second phone and see if there's a chat room. If there's people in there, I'll see the truth right now. While I'm eating my dinner. Okay. Piece of shit phone. Work. Come on. There we go. Don't you just hate old pieces of shit phones? Yep, there's 3 people in here. Darkstone is in the house. What's up, brother? Cowboy is in the house. What's up, my brother? And that is it. Darkstone and Cowboy are in the house. So yes, there are people watching. Amazing.
No, he jumped in, gave me a thumbs up, jumped out.
Glenn is now in the house. What's up, my sister?
They're doing the anonymous
Hold on.
thing. They're just jumping in and give me the thumbs up, jumping out. I don't want him to know I'm watching.
All right.
I don't want him to know I'm here.
You're robot-y again, bro. Sounds like a pissing drunk robot.
Hey,
On,
we
on
got
weed.
Stone better in the house.
It's like
Stone
what happened.
sees all.
Dude, it just sounds too funny. I can't get over it. Man, I'm trying to eat my food here. I almost choked on my food, dude.
We give him an invite.
I want to hit a bug, but I don't want to choke to death.
Where's my invite button?
There's more people
Hey,
in the
where's my
live
mouse
chat.
cursor? This live show. I'm going to try to live stream out of Windows 98 Second Edition.
Oh, jeez.
Robin Millie is in the house. What's up, sister? We all love you, sister. Hold on.
We got Cowboy. We got Lynn Miguel. We got Dark Stonebender. Although I'm sure Dark Stonebender's sitting there with that curd of tomatoes, getting ready to throw it at us at any given moment. Lynn Miguel. Stonebender.
We love you, Robin.
On the panel, we've got Floyd S. We've got Theron. Or Therion. I can never pronounce this. My sorry, drunk ass. And now I've got a hangout.
Jason, you're always drunk, bro. You're always drunk.
I don't know what it is either. It's like I know. It's- Do you really want us to send you more Walmart nudes? I'm not against getting parental advisory stickers, but hey, I mean, we can probably do that.
Yeah. Well, I have to go soon.
We're learning more. She's kind of crazy, but Robin, I mean, I didn't think she'd be begging for more nude pictures. And out, send Walmart nudes. Okay. Uh, I'm just gonna go ahead and get myself flagged right off the bat.
There are 5 people
I'm gonna go ahead and Google naked people at Walmart.
Oh man, that Walmart shit was fucking hilarious, dude.
Robin, tell me you were joking.
Those were real pictures, man. That was real shit, man.
Oh, all you wants the Hooters chick. Okay.
There's even pictures of strippers in Walmart, man. That shit is real. They got their asses arrested after that. Dude, you can just imagine how many police officers arrest people's asses at Walmart, dude. You can just imagine. A shitload of people get arrested at Walmart. It's crazy. There's even fucking pole dancers in Walmart now, man. It's crazy.
Okay.
Hey there, hi there, ho there.
Oh, hey, honey.
Oh, Michelle, you just walked yourself into a shitstorm.
I did. What's going on?
Well,
what am I missing?
How many police arrest a shitload of people at Walmart each day by doing crazy things?
Well, I used to say that's where I went to go watch the monkeys in the zoo.
Hold on, guys.
I gotta warn everybody, there's gonna be some nudity involved, but I found some more Walmart residue.
Boy, boy.
I just found this on absolute oopsie doopsie.
I really honestly hope that it's not those spandex pants with no panties underneath. When they bend over, you can see the Grand Canyon over there.
Oh, it's worse.
I'm serious.
It's worse.
Boy.
It's worse.
Lovely.
I'm talking about a full-out nudity. I mean, Robin, you're the one that did this to us. You're the one that said do this, so I'm doing it.
And Lynn.
I'm waiting for my freaking share button to work properly, and it's not wanting to work.
Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
Brother.
All right.
You love the cowboy? Your internet's a lot better. It's awesome. Your internet's a lot
Actually
better.
doing this for the first time from my phone.
What, you're doing Hangouts by your phone? With your phone? You there?
Yeah, his home internet went down.
Oh my.
Yeah, so now he's doing it by his through his phone.
Better than nothing. I have to go soon, guys.
No, Robin, I'm not going to post it up there. I'm not going to do it this time. I tried, but it didn't want to work. So the only way I could do it would actually be to kick Cowboy off my stream, and that's just not going to work. But I found some Walmart residue
shown on the screen. He's shown on.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, it is. Well, now I got to go back and try this again. Because my thing was saying it wasn't even going to load it.
All right, well, love you guys. I have to go.
All right.
Oh, all right. Adios, Mimigo.
Love you guys.
Bye,
Love you
mate.
too, brother. Be careful.
Will do, man. Oh, shit.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Okay.
I just hit the wrong button too. So
Nice. You guys have fat fingers today?
yeah, I got fat fingers.
Nice. I
And
don't see one star tonight. Oh, I lied. I might have one.
yeah, I done dislocated my knee earlier. Nice.
Dislocated your knee?
Yeah, I bent it backwards. Like,
Ew.
son of a bitch, that hurts.
Don't you know it's not supposed to go backwards?
Jason,
Yeah.
you put the link in the Hangout so I can give it to Stonebender.
But the link.
Not the main one. Not the main one.
I'll put it
the
like
other one.
that. We already got there, huh? I mean,
I don't know how to get to the side chat of the main one on my phone. This is my first time on my phone.
Do you want me to send you the link in Hangouts?
Yeah, in the Hangouts. Somebody send the link in the Hangouts so I can get the stuff.
All right, brother. Hang tight a minute. I'll grab it for you.
yeah, do that for me now. I'm trying to get everything to load back up.
Yeah, I will, honey.
I done hit the wrong button.
And I'm sorry I can't see the chat, everybody. But everybody there, hi. I'm still new to the phone.
Yeah, I'm not on chat either, honey. Okay, do you want it via email or do you want it through?
Just put it in. Put it in a Hangout that we're in.
Yeah, put it in the main hangout.
The one that
All
says
right.
you said what time. Put it there. I can copy paste it from there.
Gotcha, babes. I gotta make sure I got the right one. Nope. Let's do this one. Yeah, here we go. All right.
I'm trying to get the chat room back up. I accidentally hit the wrong button and closed everything down.
Let me know when you've got it, cowboy.
I got it.
All right, babes.
Send it to you. I'm sending it to you right now. It's down in our Hangout.
Is it dark Stonebender?
Yeah.
Yeah. This whole phone thing
Okay.
sucks. I don't know how you people deal with this shit.
I use my phone and my computer. I use my computer to read the chat, and I just mute the sound, and then I use my phone, excuse me, to actually chat. But you can still use your phone to read the chat. You just won't see anything if somebody's like presenting in the Hangouts.
What's this manage bullshit? I want to go. Just. I don't want to manage anything. I want to freaking open up my live stream so I could watch the chat room. I do not like this. I do not like this new beta bullshit. I don't like it one bit. It's bullshit.
I didn't even know for Hangouts.
Oh no, for YouTube live streaming. I do not like the new beta crap. It's junk. It's garbage.
Has anybody else heard anything about us losing Hangouts in April?
No, we're not losing Hangouts in April.
Okay. It didn't make sense to me if we were, but it kind of did with the censorship, so I wasn't sure.
What's going to happen is sometime in 2020, they're going to start phasing out Hangouts and replace it with 2 different chat programs, which I don't see that fucking working either. Because I don't get the here. Oh, shit.
What?
All right, I had an echo. I killed it. I killed my own echo. I killed my own echo. My own echo. My own echo. My own echo.
It reminds me of this little child. It must have been like 2 years old, and it catches its own shadow on the ground, and it's terrified, and it tries to run away from the shadow, but it can't get away, so it's screaming at the top of his lungs, running, turning, twisting. Yeah.
But yeah, they're going to replace Hangouts with Hangouts Chat and Hangouts Meet. Now, why in the fuck would you take one program that works absolutely 110% perfectly and has a huge following and a huge user base and replace it with two programs that nobody fucking likes?
Well, I'm kind of curious because if it's going to be anything like the meetups or Meet, I wonder if it's going to be somewhat like the, give me a second here, the Adobe, where you can go in and do meetings and you can do presentations, you can do different rooms. That would be cool.
What it sounds to me like is they're going to replace Hangouts and replace it with the Tinder version of Nerdville.
Lovely. Nerdville, eh?
Yeah, it's going to be the nerd version of Tinder. Because you're going to have to be a total freaking geek in order to figure the shit out.
Right. And I am so far removed from programming and C++ and Java and, all that. I was actually thinking about Lotus 1-2-3 and WordPerfect the other day.
I have Lotus 1-2-3.
Do you?
Yeah.
I'm like, man, those are dinosaurs nowadays.
Yeah, I've actually got that. I've actually got a DOS box on my computer.
Well, I was bumming because I loaded Microsoft Office on my computer, and I do very distinctly remember I was trying to put in the activation code and it wouldn't take. So I set it aside. Well, I went to go use my Microsoft Word, and yep, lo and behold, it says, hey, give me my activation key and I'll be happy to give you the program, and I don't have it. So then I had to resort to WordPad. Ugh. Hate it. The only other one I can get on is if I do have access to the internet, I can get in through my Google Docs, which I do like, the Google suite of their spreadsheets and stuff like that. Well, it's better than Word. It's better than my WordPad.
I myself, I actually like Office 2019.
I have not tried it.
I've actually got Office, 2017 installed on my computer right now. I actually like it.
Nice. Someday when I grow up.
That is very fucking hard for me to say that I like any Windows product. I mean,
right.
I can't stand them guys.
Right.
But I actually do like Office 2017. I really do. I mean, everything works the way it's supposed to. It didn't crash out my Acrobat Pro.
Nice. I do like Adobe.
I still got the Acrobat Pro. That works perfectly. Yep. And
now, are you still on the Linux?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got
Linux. Check out Women of iHeart Country Radio on iHeartRadio. Thanks to Chris, Mike D.
Setting out my car. Oops.
Oops. Let me tell you all the operating systems I'm running on my computer right now.
Boy.
I am running Windows 98 Second Edition. I am running DOS 5.0. I'm running DOS 6.2.2. I am running Windows 3.11 for workgroups. I am running Linux and Ubuntu Studio 18.04. That's my primary OS, by the way.
How many computers do you have?
One.
One computer?
Yeah, I'm
running. Me out. I think they forgot I was outside. She forgot I was outside.
Yeah, I'm running all.
Huh? Habit. That's funny.
Yeah, I'm running all this.
Oh boy! No wonder you sound robotic most of the time. Sir.
I've also got Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, the Atari 2600.
Yeah, the kids are, oh, crap. I forgot my coffee. Hold on. Jeez.
No, jump out. Coffee.
How many people are...
You went to the store, right?
Huh?
That was the whole reason you went to the store, right?
Oh, I didn't go to the store because we don't smoke in the house. There's kids.
Oh.
Yeah. But I rolled my windows down because I don't want to sit in a smoke-filled car.
Oh, you get twice the nicotine, twice as fast.
Right. How many people are watching right now? Do we have anybody with us?
Well, right now, as far as I can tell, the only person we have watching is Robin Neely. I think.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
I'm going to jump on my computer here in a moment. But
I
I can
got
lock
two
the door
people
behind
watching.
me.
As far as I know, Cowboy is one of the two people watching. I mean, everybody else might have left. I don't know.
Well, I thought Cowboy was in the Hangouts and trying to get Dark Stonebender in.
I don't know where he went.
Huh.
Yeah, he just sort of vanished.
Yeah, he pulled the Puff the Magic Dragon on us.
Nice.
See, they already took a hit from the bog, and Cowboy just went poof.
Right?
Right.
Puff.
Yeah, well,
He did
normally
funny.
things don't vanish when it's like a giant puff of smoke from my bong. It's like things normally appear around me.
Cowboy.
Is that Theron?
Yes, they're on.
Hi, Theron. I think this is the first time I spoke to you.
No, we spoke over a week or something.
Oh, did we?
Yeah,
I'm
I can't
sorry.
remember whose stream it was on.
Huh. Okay, now I'm going to pull up the computer. And me nosy.
There's nobody watching but me. I have a show about nothing being watched by nobody.
You like being watched by yourself?
You know, there's a lot of things I could say about that right now, and every last one of them is perverted.
Oh, no. Yeah.
No comment.
No comment.
And I can't say I'm by myself because I'm not by myself.
Speaking of which, how's Debbie doing? How's she feeling?
Debbie's doing good. Her leg
Cool.
sucks, but
All right. How's Bill doing?
scared shitless.
Yeah.
He's trying to put up a good face about it, but anytime you've got to have 16 pieces of plutonium shoved up around your groin, that's kind of worrying.
Yeah, just a wee bit, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was kind of interesting going to the church today. It started out that, for starters, I was supposed to meet somebody for coffee at 9 o'clock. And I'm sitting there, and I only had $3 to my name, and I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to just sit here and do nothing. So I got a cup of coffee. And I'm sitting up there, and it's not a bar, it's a restaurant. Strictly a family restaurant. And so I'm sitting there and I'm talking to the gal, the waitress, and you want to order? Because she knew I'd been sitting there for a while. I said, no. I said, I'm waiting on someone else. She's like, okay. Well, then I started laughing about 9:45. I sent him a message because I had gotten on the Wi-Fi from the business next door. Of course, this restaurant had the password to it, so that rocked. I get on and I'm like, okay, so I've been here since 9. You're not here. I'm sure it doesn't take you 45 minutes to an hour to walk here. So I just wanted to let you know I'm giving you until 10 o'clock and I'm going to leave. And I'll also block you and this and that. I'm not going to play these games. I didn't say that I'm not going to play these games. I just said, hey, one-stop shop. This is it. If you don't show up, then you don't show up. And I went TikTok. Let's see if you can beat the clock. So I sat there patiently, and I told the waitress what was going on. And I said, well, if he's not here, I'll pay for my coffee, and I'll leave at 10. And she's like, well, it's his loss. Well, there was 2 guys sitting next to me up at the bar, one of which had just gotten back from Bike Week down in Daytona. And Yeah, he has a gold wing because he said, "Do you like bikes?" I said, "Well, is it a Harley?" And he's like, "No, it's a gold wing." I was like, "Oh, okay." He says, "I wouldn't own a Harley." I said, "Oh, okay." And he says, "Well, I would have given you." He'd given the waitress a pink biker shirt he had picked up from down there, and he's like, "I would have given it to you had I known you were single. If you want to give me a number," he's like, "I'll be more than happy to take you for a ride sometime." Well, I've been dying to go for a ride. And so I was like, "Yeah, that sounds great." Older guy, probably in his 60s, 70s, something like that. So then as I was walking out, because I just said, forget it. And this guy, Ed, said that he would pay for my coffee, and I thanked him. And I'm starting to head out of the back room, and the gal that I was talking to, she starts laughing. She's like, "Well, the guys that were setting up at the bar, they really liked you a lot." And I said, "Yeah, that's good. But I was out to show off my new teeth. So much for that idea." Somebody's got a radio on.
No, you're hearing my TV in the background.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Am I hearing you type?
No.
No. Yeah, that's the Xbox controller.
Got ya. That's great. So yeah, guys, I have a question for you. Okay, so everybody believes, quote unquote, Christianity. They believe in the Bible, right? And the Bible very, 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 very clearly states that Christ sent the Holy Spirit to be our counselor, to be our comforter, to be our eyes to see and our ears to hear. And after leaving the restaurant, decided I was going to go. I wasn't really sure about church wise, but I was going to go visit a friend of mine. And he lived right by that church that I went to. And I went to his house and he didn't answer the door. So I left there and I was on my way back to go back home. And I decided to stop in at that church. It was packed full. And I get in and I was like, "Okay, when's the next, when does church start? Am I too late?" And they said, "Well, the next service starts at 10:30. And I said, "Okay." And at this point, it was like 10, somewhere in there. And I was like, "Okay, great." Well, then I ended up going back out to my car. I don't remember what for, but I went back out to my car and I come back in. And as I was going back in, there was a guy that stopped me. His name was Bill. And he seemed initially, when I first met him, to be very cordial, very polite, very welcoming. And he's walking out, I guess, to a car or something. And he goes, "Well, is there something I can help you with?" It must have been because I was an unfamiliar face, is what I guess. And he's like, "Is there something I can help you with?" And I said, and being the smartass that I am, I said, yeah. As a matter of fact, I was kind of hoping maybe you could help me out." And he's like, "Well, with what?" And I said, "Well, I'm curious. Have you ever heard of Mandela effect?" Now, mind you, for the last year, I've been sending this particular church emails on the Mandela effect, the map, the whole nine, right? So he says, "No, I'm not familiar with it." I said, "Well, let me ask you a question." He says, "What's that?" I said, "In JFK's assassination, how many people were in his car?" And he looked at me and he gave me this really twisted, weird look and he goes, "I don't remember." So, okay. "Well, what color are yield signs?" He says, "Yellow." I said, "Oh, fantastic." I said, "Well, I was just curious." I said, "Because now there's 6 people in JFK's car." And I named all 6 of the people off. And then I named Clinton Hill coming up the back. And I thought for sure that if he was Mandela affected, that he would go, "No, there weren't 6 people in the car. There were 4 and 1 female." But he didn't do that. Instead, what he said was, "Well, I've got a job to do. And, but I'm going to tell you right now, don't bring that into the church, period." He said, "If you do try to talk to anyone in the church about what you're discussing right now, I'm going to have to ask you to leave." I looked at him and I was flabbergasted. I looked at him and I sat back for a minute and I said, "Well," he goes, "All we do is all we do is teach about Jesus Christ here, period." And I said, "Well, that's good. That's why I'm here, to learn." And he's like, well, that's good. He says, like I said, just don't talk to anybody about what you're talking about. And I said, okay, but let me ask you a quick question. He says, well, what's that? I said, in Acts, we were given the Holy Spirit. Do you feel that that was only relevant to that period of time, or do you feel that it still exists to this day? And he goes, oh, yeah, it still exists to this day. And I said, okay, well, thank you. At least we're on the same page. And I walked away. I went in, I sat down, and I was so uncomfortable. It was ridiculous. I couldn't even make it through the first song, and I left.
Well, the church I go to, which is Hilltop,
Yeah.
it's non-denominational Christian church. My pastor's actually starting to become more open to the Mandela effect. And most of the people that are in there are open to the Mandela effect. And the church I used to go to, which is the First Baptist Church of Arnold, Ashley did a sermon this week about the Mandela effect and how it affects the church itself.
Right.
I mean, they brought it all out.
Well, they need to. I'm like, you know what? And I asked
Like,
him if it was
I'm going,
Yeah,
holy shit. Can I
well,
get a copy of that video? Why didn't y'all come get me?
right.
Because
Well, I'm
I've been
wondering.
talking to the pastor up there, and it's like, why didn't you come get me?
Right.
You know I don't
Right.
have a car.
Right.
Like, you know I don't have wheels. Come get me.
Right. Right. Let me be a part of this history in the making. I was flabbergasted, I'll be honest. Like I said, I just sat there dumbfounded thinking, the last thing on earth you're supposed to be doing. Oh, and then the kicker was at the end, my little sister's best friend was there. And I had seen her and I kind of bumped her butt with mine to get her attention. She's like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad to see you here. I said, yeah, well, how long have you been coming here? She's like, a year. I said, oh, that's great. Who, lo and behold, we come walking up on her. Dear Mr. Bill. He comes up and he's got smiles and he's, talking to her. And I said, oh, yeah. And I kind of played it off. I'm like, yeah, he kind of scared me a little bit. I said, I tried to talk to him about something. And he told me if I brought it up that he'd have to ask me to leave. Ha 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 ha. And she's sitting there, well, yeah, we had a meeting after church. And so I said, oh, okay, that's great. Well, I'll let you guys get to your meeting. And he kind of looked at her funny and she says, oh, yeah, well, I've known her. Like, I said, yeah, our whole lives. He acted like I was demon walking upon him, and it was weird.
Well, yeah,
I'm not comfortable.
they will look at you like that.
Hey, Lynn Miguel's in the room.
Hey, Lynn.
Let's see, we got Lynn Miguel, Lynn Miguel, Dark Stonebender, Robin, Neely. Floyd's still in the room, I think.
My chat is hung up. I can't see any of this.
I think that's it for the moment. And then us.
I got 4 watching it. According to my little thing, I got 4 watching and 4 thumbs up. But I have no idea what's really going on because it's all hung up. It's all lagged out.
Don't look from your little thing anymore.
Why the hell would I be looking in my pants in order to see what's going on in the live stream?
All those little things just add up to a big thing, I guess.
Oh, is that what I keep hoping for?
That's funny.
No, I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sitting looking at. I got, according to YouTube, I have 3 people watching, and the last thing I've got is from Robin Neely and from like.
Yeah, says love you, Floyd. Is the last thing I see from Robin.
Kanidi. Where's Stonebender at?
I don't know. I have no idea. I'm trying to figure out where Teresa Lynch and Brian McFarland are because I got a bone to pick, Teresa. she begged me and begged me and begged me to do a show for Brian because Brian couldn't go live, and
Well, email
finally,
her.
Wow, you really did suck.
and finally, it's like, all right, here we are. You got your internet, I got my internet. Let's do this. And I'm trying to set the thing up so we can do it.
Mm.
And the next thing I know, she got, Brian's going live, and I'm going, okay.
Well, you want me to tell you about my experience the other day?
Yes, please.
Saturday?
Yes, please.
So, I turned my lease in on my car, and I got another car. Most of you know that. And so I'm at the Ford place. I'm getting a 2019 Ford Fusion Hybrid. And the lady at the lease option place, which, by the way, smoking freaking hot. We've been texting for like 2 months trying to get this deal done. So disappointed she had a wedding ring on. Beside the point.
That's funny.
Her and the salesman. So we're sitting in the room, and I bring up the Ford logo, right? Notice the Ford logo changed? A little swirly thing. Not used to be there. All right, they couldn't answer the question. They don't remember either way. They did not answer. So then I went to other topics. I went to the Empire Strikes Back, right? Blank, I'm your father. And I mean, right away, Luke. I'm like, okay, it never happened. What? No, it's no, I'm your father. What? Yeah.
They're like, no, it's not.
So I said, how about Forrest Gump? Oh, love that movie. Okay, so
I'm getting proofs on the Empire Strikes Back. I'm getting proofs.
And
I've
I
got a
said,
friend
okay,
that taped it off of the television on VHS. I'm getting proofs.
On VHS?
Yes.
Nice.
I'm gonna get proofs.
and so then I say, okay, so he's sitting on the bench with a box of chocolates, and what does he say? My mama always said, and the guy's like right on it. He's like, life is like a box of chocolates. I said, no, it's like a box of chocolates. He's like, what? Right? And I could see the look on their faces. They're both answering the questions, but the salesman, he's much faster. So I said, well, let me get one for her. Risky business, right? Okay. So when he comes out singing in his socks, right, what is he wearing? Button-up shirt, socks, his underwear, and glasses.
Those glasses.
No, never wore glasses. And this is like after like 3 of them, their jaws drop. And I'm like, well, I don't understand. I'm like, well, it's called the Mandela effect. And then I went into why it's called the Mandela effect, right? And I said, we talk about these things, and what you can do is you can go back and you could go put your old DVDs, VHS tapes in, whatever, and it's gone.
And they've changed, right? They have changed.
It, like millions of people remember it, and of course, where do they get to? Well, how could this happen? And the why?
Right.
I'm like, look, I told them, would you license on it? Just look into it because the why and the hows is very, well, it's open-ended, but it is reality. And then I went into the John Deere thing. John Deere, spell John Deere. Well, they're car people, right? D-E-R. No, there's an E on the end. What? No way. Yeah, there's an E on the end. No.
Hopefully this is going to work.
And so they were at the end of it. I mean, they were, it's so stereotypical in a way when you come across these people that they can do nothing but laugh, right?
Right.
And all they do is
well,
laugh.
yeah, it's probably a nervous laugh.
They don't even know what to say, and they laugh because they feel stupid. And you have to tell them you're not stupid. Millions and millions of people remember just the way you do. It's just never happened. And these aren't things that logo changes or the movie changes. These are things where people go back and they say never existed. You can't even find You go pull your own Burdenstein books out. It's changed. You could pull your own DVD player of Empire Strikes Back. It's changed. You know, and on the logos, people have actually called and asked companies, and they said, "No, our logo's always been that way." It flipped them out. They were like, I mean, they didn't even know what to say. They were just like, "Give me more," basically. Which, you know, is kind of like stereotypical for most people, is they want more, and then they laugh, but they don't understand it, and they don't want to feel stupid,
I mean,
and so they don't know how to react to it.
Yeah. Oh. I think people are just laughing because they're nervous. They don't want to be outcast
The biggest
or
one for
labeled
me
delusional.
was that they worked at a Ford dealership, and when I asked them about the little loop on the Ford symbol, or if it's straight, that was the only question.
What was it?
The Ford symbol, where it has the little loop in the
Right.
F now,
Yeah,
or
the tail,
straight,
the
that
pigtail.
was the. This is at a Ford dealership where they sell Fords. This is the only question that neither of them answered.
it's like every
Neither of them
time
answered
Debbie goes
at
to
all.
the hospital,
And they just
every time
ignored that
Debbie
question
goes to the
entirety.
hospital.
All right, Jason, I think we're finishing up. You're breaking up.
Changes that are happening in the body.
Jason, you're
You
breaking
are
up.
really robotic, yeah. Did we lose them?
It happens sometimes on his phone.
Right.
You know, and while he's getting back, I just want to reiterate that, you know, of all places at the Ford dealership, I tripped out. I tripped out. Like, that's the question you're not going to answer. And here's the thing. They didn't say, I remember being always with a loop, or I remember it being straight. They looked at me and they did not answer the question. They just like I didn't even ask it. That really threw me for the loop. Like, you work at Ford, why on earth would, of all the Mandela effects I'm talking about, be that only question that you're not going to answer? They didn't even know how to. That really tripped me out. Really did.
And I tell people, please don't cheat by looking it up just so you think you're right. I want totally your memory. That's it. Just your memory recall.
Nate, this is what tripped me out, is that because they work for Ford and they're at the Ford dealership 5 days a week for so many hours or whatever, this is how intense the Mandela effect is. That
it's getting worse.
In their mind, they work for Ford, they sell Fords, and they couldn't even answer the question, it's a straight line or a loop. I asked them, is the Ford symbol a straight line or a loop? And they couldn't answer the question, even working at Ford. That blew my mind. Like, because you would think they worked there and they would be like, oh, it's a straight line. Because that's what it is now, right? And they sell Fords every day.
Right.
Question. They didn't know the answer to the question. They couldn't even process in their mind what it looked like. Yet they worked there at the Ford dealership.
Right.
That blew my mind. That tells me it's more in depth on this than we possibly had conceived earlier.
Jason, you're still extremely robotic.
I mean, the Ford logo. Oh shit.
Yeah. I mean, it's really bad, brother.
The other one I did was with him and her was what is that movie in the Fields? What is, God, I'm so bad with names.
Field of Dreams. Field of Dreams.
All I said is like, do you remember the movie Field of Dreams? And the guy's like, right on it. Yeah, you build it, and they will come. That's how on tune they were. I said, Jaws movie.
Yep.
Remember Jaws movie? Right away, he's like, right on it. Yeah, you're gonna need we're gonna need a bigger boat.
We're gonna need a bigger boat. Yep.
Wrong. It's
Well, no,
not even directing them to the scenes of the movie.
Well, no, they can't answer because they don't know.
But he had all the wrong answers, and she had all the wrong answers. I'm like, okay. And when it got to the point, after so many questions, this is a funny.
I went to the dealership to pick up a part for a Ford pickup truck. You sound good to me.
As I'm asking his questions, I'm not leading him to what part of the movie now. He's saying the taglines, and as soon as he says it, he goes, "Tell me, it never existed, right?" I'm like, no, never existed.
Not the way you remember it.
Build it and he will come. And he goes, he will come? That doesn't even match the movie. And she's like, yeah, it doesn't even play part of the... Like, exactly.
Oh. So, curiosity, how old would you say this person was?
So, the guy is probably at least my age, if not older.
Okay.
And the young lady, she had to be, I would say, pushing late 30s.
Okay. Because I have actually found them, I was extremely impressed one day. I was talking to, I think she was 13, and she brought up Mandela Effect to me. And I was flabbergasted. I'm like, oh, you know about Mandela Effect? She's like, yeah. And so we had and she has been Mandela affected. And so we were discussing about how incredible it is, the age range. And of course, if you're talking to an 8-year-old, they haven't had enough schooling to even know the difference.
Well,
so how
there
is no age range on the Mandela Effect.
Right.
Yeah, my son's 18, and my oldest is 20. They've both been Mandela affected.
Hey, honey.
For over 2 years.
You care if I turn on the living room light and turn this one off when you're done?
Well, Raymond had wanted that one on. That's why we turned off the living room light.
Okay, I'll wait until you go to bed. It's just hard for me to see my keyboard.
Oh. If you're on a live call, what do you need your keyboard for?
Because the chat's in the computer.
Oh.
Jason, you're coming clear now, so if you want to talk about your hospital thing that you were breaking up on, I know what you were talking about. I heard kind of pieces of it.
Yeah, every time Debbie goes to the hospital, I go through and talk to all the nurses about the Mandela Effect. And the biggest ones are the body changes with them. I can guarantee 110% that we have it right and the Mandela Effect has it wrong. Our shit's where it's supposed to be. There is no bullshit behind our eyeballs. There is no bone back there.
Right.
Our heart's where it's supposed to be. Our kidneys did not move. Our tailbone is not 1.5 feet long.
That's funny.
Now the thing with our eyeballs, with the color on our irises, that one I have yet to figure out, but I don't have that ring on. My school.
I'd like to know, Theory and Bong. I'd like to know, like, you're in UK. Like, how prominent is the Mandela Effect over there? Is there, like, channels over there that they talk about? Is it something that you come across people like Nike has and Jason and I have, or you can talk about it? Is it different in the UK than here? They're always interested worldwide on this.
It's about the same. It's usually just different time zone.
What time is it there right now for you, babe? And we only always have just now. It's only
it's
ever
like
now.
1:30 in the morning.
What time is it?
1:30 in the morning.
It's in the morning there?
Yeah.
What time in the morning? What time is 1:30 in the morning?
Yeah.
Boy, boy. Yeah, you're definitely in a different time zone. I'm at 9:36 p.m.
Theron's going, I'm going to take a couple more hits off my bong and I'm going to climb back into my casket in case y'all ask goodbye.
Is it legal there?
Nope.
Oh, it's not. It is in Michigan. It's recreational and medicinal.
Oh, you got him. I was following him.
Yeah, but my view is, it's like if the politicians over here won't follow the law, so why should I?
Hey.
It's like I was sitting there and there were 6 cars pull up on my street. I thought they were going to raid me, but they went to one of the neighbours and it was like 30 cops and they're going after like a 16-year-old kid.
Right.
That's like 30 people pinning like one kid down who's like 16 years old. It was literally like a mob-handed.
It takes 30 cops to take down a 16-year-old kid to steal him lunch money.
Right.
God, everyone's getting killed before I can kill them.
They legalized marijuana for medicinal use in the state of Missouri.
Did they?
Yes, they did.
It's sort of one of those double-edged blade things here, like you can get weed legally through prescription, but getting the prescription is practically impossible.
Right.
See, that's the beauty of Missouri, the state of Missouri, here in the United States. All you got to do is walk up to your doctor and go, I want a medical marijuana card. They will give you a card. And then you can just walk into any store and buy the shit.
Well, my favorite...
tried that with my doctor, but they said they wouldn't give me one. So I said, well, I'll just keep going to my dealer then, and walked out.
Yeah, no shit.
Right.
Sometimes that's better. You know,
Right.
I get better weed on the street than I get from the dispensary anyway. And I don't even smoke weed. It's like once every 6 months I'll smoke a bit. Although I screwed up bad the other day. I smoked something I never should even.
Yeah, we were going to discuss that, and you asked me to specifically remind you how imperative it is to keep your sobriety.
Yeah.
You wanted to do a show on it, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys. What's really bothering me right now the most is I am finding, not only was I feeling incredibly suicidal, but it seems to be that a lot of us are wanting to escape this reality at all cost.
Yeah, and I hauled off, and I did something really damn dumb. And I don't know how many people are watching right now because YouTube's not reporting it right. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this out there. I went ahead.
It's saying 7 watching now on my screen.
I don't judge.
Well,
at least I'd be judged.
Because I'm trying to keep the chat up, but it's not working out too good. But I went and I smoked some methamphetamine the other day, and I went completely freaking ape shit.
Yeah. You didn't sound too hot on the chat either, Bob.
No, I was completely gone. I was just, like all over the map.
But I am glad that you turned to us and, you know, reached out.
I wound up talking to Floyd for like 6 hours.
Did ya?
Yeah. I talked to Floyd for 6 hours while that shit wore off.
Oh boy.
And it's like, damn. Then I had to take 3 of my seizure pills.
Grim.
That'll break you from sucking eggs.
Right? Ooh, what is that? Probably something.
What the hell was that?
I know. You heard it too?
Telling me I've got
I heard that.
Huh.
Who in the hell's got their phone sitting on top of their microphone?
Right. No kidding.
Yeah, that was probably one of the worst experiences I've ever been through.
So what led you, what was that deciding moment where you toyed with yourself on whether to do it or not? What was it that caused you to slip onto the wrong side of the tracks that moment?
It was there, and I said, "Fuck it."
Gotcha.
There was no big thought process involved. In fact, there was no thought process involved in there. It was just I had the dope that was give to me. I didn't go to the board; it was give to me, and I had it in front of me. I had the materials I needed in order to do it, and I just said, "The hell with it! I'm going to do it."
Gotcha.
And I paid for it.
Right.
I'm still paying for it.
Ugh. Well, I can be honest and tell you, I have absolutely no desire in any way, shape, or form to drink at all. They asked me if I needed that injection for alcoholics where it makes you crave alcohol less. Starts with a V. And I was like, no, actually I don't. I'm perfectly content.
No. Don't get that injection. That will just make you want to drink more.
Well, not only that, but
it'll make you sick as shit too.
Well, they told me that what it will actually do is if I drink, it won't hit me as hard. Now, the funny thing about that is that's all fine and dandy, but if they were to do a blood, or not blood alcohol, but a breathalyzer, I mean, if it's not going to affect me, I'm not going to realize how much I've actually drank, which means I would blow a whole lot higher and drink a whole lot more because in my mind's eye, I haven't drank that much.
Yeah, here, I'm going to drink a 12-pack of beer and feel completely sober. I'm going to blow a 2.3. Even
right.
though I walked a straight damn line.
Right.
This is not good.
No, and I've...
Or you could have the opposite effect. Not drink one single beer, and because of that shot, blow a 3.6, and not have anything in your defense other than a blood test.
Right. And where's Candy at?
I was actually talking to her in a bit. I sent her the link.
Okay.
Just go back to that Mandela thing, because of the same conversation I had with my coworkers. I think that, honestly, I think that the amount of people that see the changes is higher than we assume.
Yeah, especially considering they're too terrified to admit it.
The amount of people that see the changes is 20 times higher than what we think, which is 100 times less than what we know.
So how is it the people that are like that don't even know about the smallest conspiracy theories like chemtrails and whatever?
I know, right?
Right, baby steps, that they can get every single answer wrong continuously, and then not know how to deal with it. I think that's part of it, but so it's bigger than we think, and so I wish Honey was here, but she's got something she's dealing with right now, and she needs prayers. But because it goes back to what her and I were talking about, is this a beta test? Is this a beta test? Is this Nate and Jason, you obviously know about like software programs, but any software program that you have, you do a beta testing, right? To work out the thing.
The guinea pigs.
A beta test.
Here in St. Louis, we actually
the alien deception coming.
You know what? Honestly,
in our Mandela effect here in St. Louis, we've actually got a name for that, and it's called the St. Louis effect. St. Louis is the most Mandela affected town there frickin' is.
Well, going back to
there's a whole new Mandela effect. It is some weird ass shit. We're not talking mainstream crap. We're talking weird off the wall shit.
I've been doing some research. What makes me think it's not a beta test or anything like that?
Oh no,
we're been feeding into medical case files from the Victorian era from insane asylums.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems they were experiencing the same shit back then as we are now.
Mm-hmm. Well, I want to point out going back to what Cowboy had asked in regards to the chemtrails and people not being aware of what they are, let alone that they are polluting like a mofo.
Hey, Sarah,
I had
some of them books you've been reading? Because I'd like to read some of that stuff myself.
I like to listen to the
It's mainly online stuff.
Jason, are you on a delay?
right.
Are you on a delay? Because you're like coming in. You're like
I bet
coming
he
in
is.
comments late, and we're on a different subject. I'm just curious. Are you on a delay or?
No, I'm in the middle of a thunderstorm.
Okay, that might be it. I was just wondering because it seems like you're bringing great points, but they're coming in the middle of what somebody's saying.
Yeah, and I'm trying to wait for everybody else to shut up before I open my mouth, but nobody else shuts up. And if they're on, he gets his mouth open every once in a while. And if they're on, I would love to get my hands on. If you could email me some of them books you're reading. I don't know if
It's
they're
mainly
PDF.
like stuff like that. But I can send you the links when I can get on a proper computer table.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, if you could just email me the links, that would be awesome. I would love to read that.
And I came across most of them by accident because I was looking into, like insane asylums and like haunting sites.
Oh, wait, you can't.
Because I reckon that'd be like the best place to find evidence.
Shut up.
Uh-oh. The storm's getting bad.
So, Cowboy.
Yes.
Going back to what you were discussing, I find it highly intriguing, and you and I have discussed about the conspiracy theory, QAnon, QMAP, yada, yada, yada. And what I find intriguing about it is Project Bluebeam, the alien invasion, if you will. It feels like it's all being set up currently as we speak. And the reason I say that is because it seems like left and right I'm hearing about these UFO sightings, these really strange phenomenon in the skies, weird orbs, weird colors, weird clouds, weird everything. And when it ties back into the Q map, it talks about aliens in the dark green, like in the key map. It's a dark forest green and then you have none on the right-hand side except for at the very, 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 very bottom. It says that it's being constructed with the help of the Pleiadian guidance, which is alien. And for a year, people have been following this map. They've been following Q, and yet nobody hones in on the fact that supposedly it's all being constructed with the help of aliens. Well, obviously it would coincide, to me, in my opinion, with the Blue Book project, Project Bluebeam. Sorry, not Blue Book, but Project Bluebeam. How do you feel about that?
I think that Bluebeam is a huge part of it. I think that what they're going to do is they're going to. So if we look at the biblical part of it, okay, that where they're going to have the Antichrist, right? And after the Antichrist comes, right, then we're going to have Jesus coming back for the second time for real, right? Mm-hmm. And what I try to warn people is that the Satan is very, very deceptive. Mm-hmm. Do not think that he's already planned for two.
You can already see him on the internet. You can see him permeating through everything.
Yeah. It's everywhere. I mean, he's also creating something I'm calling the anti-self.
Yes.
In order for the Antichrist to take over, you've got to have the anti-self, which means you've got to be the negative dog of yourself in order for.
Right. So for instance, Project Bluebeam right? With
Safe
the
zone.
technology.
Safe zone.
Was the creation of the Antichrist.
I love you guys so much.
Let me finish.
Sorry.
Let me
I am
finish.
not entertained. Dumb fucking asshole. Get me out of the car then. That's fucked up.
Straight people are more entertaining than I am. Then marry them.
Why would you do that? Get me out of the car now. Get me the fuck out of the car now. What the fuck are you doing? You want to go to my house? What the fuck are you doing? I'm live right now. What the fuck? I'm live right now, you fucking asshole. They're hearing all this shit.
All right, mute yourself, Candy.
You know what? I'll walk home. I'll walk the fuck home now.
No,
Mute her.
Bitch,
Jason, mute her.
No, I'm fucking done now.
Jason, mute her.
What's going on, CC?
Put your music all the way up, Malin. Go ahead, put it all the way up. Because they can't hear with my earbuds in anyway, so fuck yourself. It's funny. Have fun. Go ahead, do it.
CC, what's going on?
I'm having an interesting drive right now. Fucking get jerked all around, and did you guys hear that stuff? Okay, yes, okay. So, hey, you know what? I gotta answer this phone call because I'm about ready to fucking get murdered probably. So I'm gonna fucking let this call right now. Sorry. Dangerous situation. Women do not fucking date abusers ever.
That didn't sound good.
Well, that just went like dark quickly.
Very.
What the
Let me finish answering your question on the Project Bluebeam. So I was saying that I think the Project Bluebeam is going to be the first fake Antichrist to where most lukewarm Christians are going to go, oh my gosh, it's the Antichrist. But it's only going to be Project Bluebeam.
Right.
And then the real Antichrist will come portraying Jesus, and lukewarm Christians will fall for the real Antichrist as the second coming, because the biblical says that, you know, the first coming is going to be the false prophet, the Antichrist, right? And then that's where Project Bluebeam comes in. I think it's going to be massive deception.
And I think we're being groomed for it right now. We're being groomed to accept it, which is ridiculous.
No idea.
And I'll be honest with you, me personally, I've kind of worried. I'm like, okay, so I know the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit moves in me, and we all think a lot alike in unison with each other, moving, you know, together. But I also sit back and I think, okay, well, if the Antichrist comes, and then what seems to be the Messiah, would I fall for a fake Messiah? I would pray not. I would pray that I would know through discernment the difference between someone who says that they are and knowing my true Savior through the Holy Spirit's gift.
Oh, beautifully said, Nyakus. I mean, that's beautifully said, because definitely, just let's look at the picture that we all know of Jesus, right? But
a white man.
Here's the thing: is that really there's no really hard evidence through the Bible of exactly of what he looks like or not. But think of this: we've heard the stories of like who that picture actually is and who painted it, but lukewarm Christians, they'll see that in the blue beam in the sky and assume it's on the second one that it's really Jesus, and that's where it, you know, we are so right. It has to be within your heart. Don't let your eyes
deceive you
from what your heart is telling you. And that's why you got to be right with God at all times, so that you're not deceived by Project Bluebeam or the false prophet or the Antichrist.
Right, we have to walk hand in hand with the Spirit. Holding hands with the Holy Spirit and knowing Jesus Christ died on the cross for our sins, and through his stripes we are healed. That's the only way. He shed his blood for us to wash us clean as snow. And I really feel that it's so imperative right now more than ever before People don't believe us. They don't even, they think that we're living in la la land, we're delusional, we're this, we're that. They got many names for us, but when SHTF happens, then they're all going to sit back and go, oh, well, we were deceived and this and that. Oh, here's this Holy Spirit. Here's this holy man. He's come to save us. And I have a really bad feeling, since the devil knows more, Satan knows more about the Bible than any of us on the earth. He knows the Bible inside and out, backwards and forward. So, yeah, is he going to sound and be able to mimic? And I believe so. He's a deceiver. It's going to take, like you said, Cowboy, it's going to be imperative for people to be walking in the Spirit to be able to discern the difference. And when I walked in that church, I felt like I didn't feel the Holy Spirit, let's put it that way. And it really bothered me. I'm not saying that people weren't there for the right reasons. I'm not saying, I applaud them for doing the right thing by getting the message. But I feel like they're just doing it autonomously. Like they're not even, their head and their heart and their minds aren't into it. They're just like sheep being led to the slaughter, basically, is how I felt. I feel like it's all institutionalized. It's all man-made religion. I feel like it was, religion is a form, an art form of control over the masses. Yep. And I just don't know how to fix any of it. We lost Jason. How do we do that on Jason's own live stream?
Not a clue.
That's intriguing.
Thing what I've been thinking of, you know, like with this great deception thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at the mainstream media, that is pretty much it, isn't it? Because everyone who believes it has to be like delusional in some way.
Right.
You know, to believe the constant lies that keep getting proven to be lies.
Yep. And you know what's killing me?
Again.
What's really killing me is I cannot watch mainstream. I can't watch really most of anything. And the reason being is because they're sexualizing children. They're killing babies after they're born. I just can't even go into it all. I'm just flabbergasted. Human trafficking, children, pedophilia, rings. They're trying to let children under the age of 12 consent to sex. I mean, just...
Yeah, it's disgusting. The world's not gone mad.
Yeah, it's already gone to hell. And you know what?
It's already started. I reckon like Great Deception is like the BBC, CNN, Sky News, Fox, all of them. Because it's all echo chambers. And it's every time I have TV.
And what's funny
like
is you can see them do like 40 different channels all at the same time, literally parroting the exact same sentences, word for word, on all
like
these channels.
I used to have a TV aerial on my house, but it got that bad, you know, the way the TV was. I ended up getting on a ladder, climbing up on my roof and booting it off. I'm
stressed out because honestly, I mean, it's gotten to the point where I've had to literally go in. I don't know if you know this, Aaron, but I've been diagnosed by the courts, and I don't like what I heard, but they told me that I have delusional disorder because I'm Mandela affected. And I'm court ordered for a year to go through their treatment programs, to take the medications that they prescribed, or else they can institutionalize me. Well, I've made a running joke out of it that, well, if I am delusional, the good news is that I've got one incredible genius mind, because I've got you as a delusion. I've got... I keep hearing that. Somebody's got their phone vibrating.
Time something happens in Hangouts, it vibrates.
That's funny.
Phone's on.
Gotcha. But yeah, I've decided to make a running joke out of it because I've got E-Man. I'm sure you know him.
Yeah, he's great.
Oh yeah, but all of you guys being a figment of my imagination, part of my delusion, you know, I can't wait to have the entire counseling crew and staff have to take the medications too, because now they're all going to be delusional. Because they're going to be able to hear my delusions responding.
You're in America, aren't you?
I am.
Yeah, well, here's my idea. You know, if it gets to a point where they're treating you like that, saying like people like me are like figments of your imagination, get in touch with me. Tell them like to send
Well, actually,
and I'll come over there and I'll sit there for as long as they want, and I'll tell them all about the Mandela effect.
well, thank you. You know what, Theron? What I'm actually thinking about seriously doing? I would love to have a live call-in show dedicated to the mental health professionals. And I would like all of my beautiful figments of my imagination as part of my delusional disorder to let these mental health professionals hear for their own ears and see with their own eyes that my delusions, my figments of my imagination, literally talk to me. They talk to me. They're different colors, they're different dialects, they're different locations, you know, and say, okay, now how is it you can hear my delusions, the figments of my imagination, or am I just imagining that you're hearing it? You know what I mean? Because everybody I talk to says I'm real, and I said, yeah, I know you're real. I know you're real, but they're telling me that you're not. Well, then one of the girls that's peer support, she's like, well, it's a matter of learning who to talk to, when to talk to them, and what to say to them. The right place, right time, right people. And I said,
So
yeah,
in the
I
meantime,
understand that.
So in the meantime, I'll just be a continuous figment of your imagination.
Evidently, yeah. And I was like, if that's what it takes. Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Hold on just a minute, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, coat, pocket, left. Or right. It's one of them. I think it's the left.
Yeah, if I do have to come over and explain to them, you know, about the Mandela effect and everything.
Well, and the funny thing is, are you the UK?
Yeah.
Okay, and we've also got Digital Intel. He's in Australia. I'm on with you guys at different times of the day. That was in the morning, or morning for you, right? Like about 2 in the morning?
Yeah.
Is that right, Theron?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, and it's like, okay, well, I'm just going to have a blast with it. I'm going to enjoy it immensely. I'm just going to take it for the ride that it is. I told one of the supervisors, I said, if I were you, I'd look at this as a golden opportunity. Here you are, a supervisor for a professional mental health agency, and you've never heard of Mandela effect. We've got, Houston, we have a problem. Not had, we have. So who do we have? We got Theron, Jason, Cowboy, me. Anybody else? Like, I'm surprised we don't have anybody else watching or with us.
Well, we got 10 watching. I mean, Robin Neely's still in there. Mandela Health and stuff's watching in the room. I mean, she's popping in and out. I have no idea who else is in there.
Hey, Hugh Janus. Do you see him in chat?
No, I don't.
Hugh Janus says, hey, can I get in the Hangouts?
I'm going to do something I shouldn't do.
Okay. Oh, like that never happens, Jason.
Yeah, I
know. What name did you say?
His name is Hugh Janus, but he doesn't have a wrench, so I'm guessing that they're new or under a new name.
Yeah, they're new.
Okay.
He is new.
Okay.
He's like
so
really new.
Okay.
I haven't even seen him on Scarab's channel.
Okay. He wants to get in on it.
So I'm gonna go ahead and do something.
Go for it, brother.
And I'm doing this against everything that I hold dear, especially while CC's in trouble.
Yeah, do it.
Hugh, go ahead, click that link, jump in, bro.
Check 1 2, check 1 2.
Robin, the link's there. You can click it too. I'd love to have you on. It's open mic night. Anybody that wants to jump in can jump in. I mean, Mandela Health and
Yeah, you
stuff?
got somebody else out here watching.
Oh, I'm sure I do.
And
I'm sure I do.
there's some guy in the Jason. I don't know if you know this guy in the chat. Janus. He's asking for a link. He has one sub.
Yeah,
huge.
I went ahead and went open mic night. I'm gonna go ahead and give him a shot.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. You know, you might want to think about that with the whole thing that's going on. That's why I'm asking you if you recognize his name.
No, he's completely new. I've never even seen him on Scarabs. I'm going to go ahead and give him a shot in the dark. If he porn bombs me, we're all going to get a good laugh.
Okay.
All right. Well, before you do that, I wanted to ask something about what Nikes was saying. Hey, Nikes.
Hey, babe.
You know, the whole thing with the mental health thing and everything. What was that process like? And why don't you run that past Mandela Health and stuff? Because she's in the chat. She said she'd be right back, but you know, she's kind of the community nurse, and I'd like to see if that's going on nationwide or what it took them for you to make that diagnosis.
Okay. Well, I was feeling, you know, just like Robin was saying, I was seeing the people I love the most. It really is a spiritual warfare we're having with these people. Really big time. And the people that I was closest to seemed to be the people that were hurting me the most. I felt incredibly rejected. I felt isolated. I felt trapped. I didn't know which way to turn, and I didn't know what else to do. I was drinking like a fish, trying to forget everything existed. Everything I ever loved, everything that I've lost, I tried to forget. Well, I ended up calling in a blackout to a mental health hospital I was in '96 for suicidal ideations. And I told them I wanted to go back in, that I needed therapy. I knew I needed help. And the help I was looking for was like in coping, like with, basically I was looking for a timeout, if you want the truth. I wanted a place I could go and build birdhouses and color and do music therapy, art therapy, all this different therapy to take me out of the mandala long enough to where I could come up for air. And I ended up in a blackout calling that hospital the next day, and next thing I know, I had cops at my, cops were here, not here, but where I was living, and I had a cop in my face yelling at me, and he's going, "Are you thinking about killing yourself? Are you thinking about killing yourself?" And he pissed me off to the point where I just yelled back and I said, "You want me to tell you the truth?" And he's like, "Yeah." I said, "Yeah, I think about it every single day of my life." Well, that was issue number one. The thing was, I had been thinking about it since April 1st of 2013. I had the plan of how I would commit suicide, and I was going to write a book about it called Me, Myself, and I, because my thought went through my head as I was getting ready to commit suicide April 1st of 2013, the 1-year anniversary after I had lost everything in a house fire. It was about 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm in the bathtub, and I thought, I want to kill myself, and the only thing that's going to stop it is me. And I went, who is I, who's myself, and who is me? So I knew then that there had to be 3 different sides of myself. And I thought, well, why would I want to kill myself? What has myself done so bad that I want to kill myself? And why would me care enough to step in to protect myself from I? Well, they didn't ask all those details, and I didn't go into them, obviously, at that point. So they asked me, you know, are you thinking about it? I told them, yeah. So they drove me to the hospital and put me in the emergency room. Well, I had been drinking, so of course, when they did my breathalyzer or blood test, whatever they did, they had to wait until I was sober. But they did a psych evaluation, and the one that was actually on staff happened to be my nephew's mother. My brother and her never got married, but she's still quite an intricate part of the family. She did the psych evaluation, and I flat out told her, I'm not happy. This is what's going on. This is where I'm at in life. This is how I feel. This is why. And she's like, well, I'm not going to tell you what to say, but I really think you need to stick to your game plan and get the help you're seeking. And I said, okay. Well, then they called the on-call worker for mental health. They came in. They did a psych evaluation. I did the exact same thing, told them exactly what was going on. Well, then between the two
Now,
of
what
them,
do you
they
mean?
said,
If you don't mind me interrupting you, what do you mean? You told them what was going on and also explained the Mandela effect?
I did. I told him about Mandela effect and how I needed to come up for air, that I have tangible proof of what I say to be true, which of course nobody's taken the time to research any of it. I've given them websites, I've given them maps, I've given them tangible evidence of what I say to be true, but they're not doing the research. They don't care. So I was like, okay, I told her, and then I had wanted to voluntarily go into the hospital, period, end of story, into a mental health hospital. And next thing I know, my sister-in-law would have been, comes in and she's like, well, we need you to be able to get to the mental hospital as soon as the bed opens up, because I'm on Medicaid, state aid, medical state aid. So as soon as a bed opens up, I had to be available and on my way at that time to secure the bed through the state. And she came back in a while later and she's like, well, I just want to explain to you what we're going to do. We're going to do, long story short, it was an involuntary admission. And I said, no, you're not. Hell no, you're not. Absolutely not. I said, I'm doing it voluntarily. I want the therapy. You're not going to put me in involuntarily. And of course, being my sister-in-law. And she's like, well, no, it's not what you think. It's just strictly so that you can get an ambulance ride from where you're at to where you're going. And I said, well, I'll wait for so-and-so to get out of work. Nope. Because if it's 2 o'clock in the morning and you can't get that ride at 2 o'clock in the morning, that's not going to work. I need to make sure, because now we're taking responsibility that you get into the hospital. I said, okay. I said, that's it? That's all? That's all it is? Yep. I said, okay, great. So I agreed to it. Well, then 7 o'clock rolled around and I could have gotten my own ride, and that staff had already left for the day, the night staff. And so the nurse comes in, I'm like, hey, my ride's, available now, so I'll just let you can discharge me, and I'm going. Oh, no, that's not how it works. You've been ex parte or whatever they called it, petitioned, whatever. You're involuntary, which means you don't have control over that no more. We have to wait for an ambulance to be available and take you via ambulance. Well, they took me via ambulance for like an hour and a half ride to where the bed was. And I get there, and first thing they want to do is put me on medications. So they put me on medications.
Oh, Nikes, I think she muted herself there. If you can hear me, Nikes, you muted yourself. We can't hear you. Anybody hear me?
Yeah.
Nikes muted herself. And I'm not sure where Jason or Cowboy went.
I'm just making coffee at the moment and my kettle's broke. So I'm having to boil a pan of water.
Sorry about that, guys. What was the last you heard, hon?
That they brought you with the ambulance there.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey, everybody.
Hey, man.
All right, I've got to shut this live stream down due to the fact that I've actually got a full-blown 110% call the motherfucking FBI 911 call going here. I've got a freaking kidnapping going on right now.
Holy shit.
Whoa, man.
Is it Candy?
Yes.
All right, love you, bye.
I'm shutting the live stream down now.
Love you, bye.
Okay, bye.
All right, peace, guys.
Peace.